Myron Molotky, que é o presidente do XFC, e a gente vai apresentar um pouquinho dele para que você em casa conheça um pouco mais o presidente do XFC, o responsável por trazer o XFC para o Brasil. Conversa toda em inglês. Myron, for the Brazilian fan of MMA, who is Myron Molotky?
Ooh, that's a difficult question to start with, isn't it? How much time do we have here, Marcelo? I think you see me through our events. I love to have fun. I'm very passionate about what I do, whether it's my family, it's my partners in business, the XFC staff, RedeTV, a casa do MMA. I just like to have fun. I learned a long time ago, after many years of working so hard, that if you enjoy what you do, you've never worked a day in your life. So I don't consider this work. I consider this just a blessing to be able to come out and just have a great time. So.
And why MMA, no other sport?
Well, MMA has it's the fastest growing sport in the world. And the opportunities in MMA are opened up every day. Probably the most important part, I think people are really starting to realize what our athletes are really about. There's great sports worldwide. Of course, soccer here, Latin America is right at the top. And coming from the United States, we have American football, basketball, baseball, hockey, and it goes on and on. But combat sports, it's a whole different segment. And, they train as a team, they work with coaches, they work with their managers. But when an athlete steps into this cage, it's one-on-one. And I'll tell you what, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't think anything will.
Myron, you are a different kind of executive. You're always smiling, joking with everyone. This is the real Myron, or a character, or the president of XFC?
I think you see me for exactly how I am. Whether I'm smiling, believe me, things tip me over as well, but I really enjoy what I do. And when I talk about our fighters, our great XFC fighters, I love them all. And at some point, I'm sure you're going to ask me, who's my favorite, right? Yeah, I can't answer that because I love them all. When they enter the hexagon, they give us everything they have, and we appreciate that so much because I know the fans appreciate it, but really it's our fighters who are building this business model for us. So to say specifically who that would be, it's all of them, win or lose in our hexagon, because I know that they fought with their heart and they gave us everything they have.
Thoughts about the first XFC season in Brazil?
Wow, first season, we exceeded expectations. That we know for sure. Having a partner like RedeTV really put so much strength behind our idea, and they supported our idea wholeheartedly, which makes for a great business partnership. For that, we're most grateful. First season, the way that we're set up, when you witness our fighters in the hexagon, what was really surprising was how much it meant to them to come in and win. Not to make sure they didn't lose. They came in to win. No one wanted to leave it to the judges the entire season. And if you watch every fight that we had, whether it was the undercard or our main events, I think you saw a great fight every single time that we brought in two luchadors into the XFCi hexagon.
And in this first season, what fighters impressed you more, or what fights are the best fights for you in the first season?
I love them all, but I'll give you a couple specifics. Silvana Juarez from Argentina, I'll tell you, she fought two great fighters.
Contra-ataque fenomenal da Silvana Juarez.
Bateu.
Fim de luta! Não tá morto quem peleia! E Silvana Juarez é campeã da categoria peso mosca do XFC!
And each time, she was really on the edge of losing. She she came back to win, and I think that's really one of the biggest memories for anyone that's watched our season, watched our fights, seeing Silvana just come back from pure defeat to just exhilarating victory. And Silvana was a great fight.
Que guerreira, tá de parabéns. Essa argentina Silvana Juárez é muito merecedora dessa medalha.
Another one, a little surprising maybe for you, Will Gavot, Cairo Rocha. I love both these fighters. We expected that fight to be an all-out war. Will caught Cairo in the first 12 seconds. No one expected it.
E o Galvão já responde rapidamente, chute alto. A resposta com um chute no
Ficou,
rosto
pagou,
do cara.
pagou.
Pagou! Fim de luta!
In fact, we laughed with Cairo afterwards. He ended up winning the battle with the referee when he finally came about and got his wits back about him. But then Cairo came back. He fought for us on the card when we had our finals several weeks ago. And he put on a great performance, so expectations are high with Will. Villalobos, Nathan Schulte, the list goes on and on. Alberto Uda, what a warrior, I'll tell you, surprising, very quiet, very stoic, but when he gets in the cage, he is the ultimate warrior. I love watching Uda step into this cage. His personality changes. So that's what I think about the highlights, without saying who's my favorite fighter, Marcelo.
Myron, what do you expect about the second season?
Well, second season, it's all about raising the level. Our fighters gave us great fights, and, you know, we looked at, we had so many more applicants for the second season, several hundred fighters per category, per weight class. It was very difficult making decisions. We know that there's a lot of great fighters that we're going to be looking at for season 3, but season 2, we're very excited about the level of fighters we have. What's also very exciting is we've opened up beyond Latin America. Before we saw a lot of great Latin America fighters, Mexico, Chile, Argentina, and of course Brazil, but this season we've opened it up. We're into Europe now. I believe that we have 17 countries represented in season 2, and that's going to be the biggest change that you'll see, besides what we believe is going to be the higher level. And also the advantage that these fighters have. Stepping into the XFCi hexagon, they were able to watch the first season. They know when they enter the XFCi hexagon, the tradition's already started. They have to go, and we expect them to walk in and continue this tradition through the next season.
Thank you very much for this conversation.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today.
Agora não tem tempo para mais nada. Porta do hexágono fechada aqui em Campos do Jordão. XFC é na RedeTV, a casa do MMA.
Obrigado, fica agora com o João Kleber. Os